I would like to go back to our basic before we learn more about the meditation section. So first, we will talk about the basic knowledge of meditation. So what is meditation? Do you still remember? Meditation is, for me, is to resting. It means that you give yourself a chance for you to rest both your mind and your body. So every time you meditate, if you have to force yourself to do something, I think it means maybe you go into the wrong way. Because the component of human being is composed of two things. First is the physical body, and the second is our mind, right? So the first thing, the physical body, is like our blood, our bone, our everything, our eye, our organ. This all is our body. Even our arm, even our leg, everything, even our brain, even our heart. All of this is body. People tend to misunderstand about brain and mind, I think, because sometimes they think that brain is the one that controls all of our body, right? But there is some time that when you see something or when you hear something, but you can't you can't really acknowledge it. Like when you play a game and you are really into it, your focus is like massively going into the game. Even though your mom tell you to come and eat dinner, you can't hear them, right? It's because your focus is really be on that game. And there is a lot of research too that show that our mind is have a have a really strong power over our own body. So first, before we go even further, I want to talk more about the nature of our mind. Okay, so our mind is hard. It's hard to control. It's hard to train because this full nature of it. First is distracting. It means that it's it's very hard. It's very hard for you to put it in one place and hope that they will be on one place forever. They will try to jump from one emotion of boring to something that they familiar with it. Like if you familiar with the fun, your mind tend to going to the fun. And if you familiar with the anger, your mind tend to go to the anger. So it's distracted all the time. The second is it's restless. It means that even though you are happy with something, your mind tends to try to find some other emotion to grab on. Like even though you are happy with something, you might want to go to another place, then another place. Like the monkey jump from one branch to another branch. Like you watch this movie and you are happy, then you want to go to the other branch, which is another movie, another game, another food, and your mind will go like this, less, like a monkey. The third is it's hard to keep in one place, like the children. like the children who, when you when you see the children and you try to put them in the sofa or on the floor, they will claw, right? They will try to crawl around, and you could not control it because it's a baby. And the last is it's really hard to control. Like like you couldn't uh you couldn't control the cow to not like grazing the glass. It's like it's impossible. If there is a cow near glass, they'll graze it. Eventually, you cannot control it. Our mind is the same. It's very hard to control. That's why uh, when we talk about our own mind, uh, we tend to know that it's have a lot of power over us, right? They have a power uh, to command you to do something good, but it also have a power to command you to do something bad. So that's power have affect our life one way or another or in many ways. For example, when you try to exercise, right? When you try to exercise, if you have a strong will and you could control your mind like efficiently, you could do it. You could manage to exercise every day, every day. But if you don't have any strong mind, you fail it one week later. I could tell you that because it's happened to myself like for many times when I have like a resolution to exercise, it's collapsed a lot. So it shows us that our mind is still not strong enough. And if you don't have a strong mind, it's also bring you a lot of problem too. Not just about exercise, it's about your habit too. It will make you lazy. It will make you angry, like easily to be angry. It will make you can't control your desire, even though you know that it's unhealthy for you to do that. So I think that is the how important it is for you to have a strong mind. Because if you have a strong mind, if you have a strong mind, if you have a strong will, you will manage to do a lot of things. You manage to make your life healthy. You manage to spend more time with your family. And you get better at sleep. And eventually, your life will be more like be happier. So I think that is the reason everyone should train their mind, because most of us they don't know how to train their mind. They don't know how to rest their mind. It's like when you carry a heavy box. If you carry it for a really long time, it will make you feel exhausted, right? You don't have to compare it with the box. Just just let's say that you carry you hold this phone for 1 hour. I think you will know the difference. If that's not enough, try hold it for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. Yeah, and that is how we carry our own thought. We not carry it for just 6 hours. We carry it for maybe 1 year, maybe 6 years. If that matter is very important, right? And you cannot let them go. Maybe something that is very important. You carry it even you are fall asleep. Like when you are very stressed about your own work and you keep it and you hold it until you dream about it. I think that is like it shows that you have the problem of letting go now. And when you have this problem for like it's happened repeatedly, your mind will carry more weight and more weight and more weight until it's become very heavy and you cannot stand it anymore. Some people become depressed. Some people become depressed, or some people become stressed. Some people they go mad. Some people they can't control their anger, and they become like the angry person who frustrated and feel like they angry with everyone who are with them. So I think that is the problem that everyone nowadays has faced. Is about a lot of information, but don't know how to let it go. So if you know how to let things go, your mind will become more relaxed. And yeah, that is when meditation come in action. I think meditation is like a tool that could help you to learn how to rest your mind. That could help you to learn how to relax. I know that you heard it. You heard this before so many times, right? You heard this before so many times about the importance of relax and focus. That we have to have this both thing together. Because if you don't have relax, this is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna happen. You feel very stressed. You feel very bored because you spend so much energy to steal your own mind, right? You try so hard to control our mind to be still, right? Because you really want your mind to still. You really want to hit the brake and make everything stop, to make every thought stop coming to your own mind. And I think this is what happened. This is what happened. You feel like it's it's too hard. It's it's very boring, and I can't do it anymore. This is the sign that our body try to tell us when you meditate and you relax. Because meditation is is resting your mind. But when you relax, it's not resting that you're doing, it's controlling that you do. Let's compare it like if you have a bottle of water, right? If you have a bottle of water, if there is a lot of dust in the water and you want to make it disappear, you could not do it by shaking it, right? You cannot do it by shaking it. It will cause more dust. But the thing that you should do is you should let it stand alone and wait for it to stay still. I think that is what you should do. That is the same for meditation. You have to wait. You can't rush things out. You have to slowly and slowly calm your mind down until your mind feel like, okay, I could be still now. Okay, I don't want to be anywhere else anymore. So the first thing that I I try to recommend to everyone who meditate with me is you should pay a lot of attention to this process of relaxation. You have to uh, like give them some some importance, like pay attention to this word carefully, relaxation, because it's really important for your meditation, and you should not overlook it, right? So every time you try to meditate, if you feel like you're not relaxed, just do something else. you could uh you could go to some beautiful view and look at it until you feel until you feel more calm. You could go to some exercise to make your body becomes more fresh. It could be anything. Or you could simply open your eye, take your time until your mind become ready. Then you just close your eye again. So is that happen when you relax? But this this is what happens when you lack focus. You will fall asleep, or your mind will be wandering around, too many thoughts, and even it make you feel happy, even it make you feel pleasure. But when the time is out, when the monk told you to open your eye, you feel that the time is past and I get nothing because I can't steal my mind. So that is what happened for people who lack focus. But I would say that lack focus, lacking focus is better than lacking relax. Because if you lacking focus, you still feel happy, you still feel relaxed, you still get some rest, but maybe not the true rest, but you still get some rest. But if you lack relax, you feel torturing when meditate and you want to quit it. So the first and the most important thing about meditation is you should be relaxed. The focus is just follow. But if you have these two together, your mind will still you feel like your body become vast, and you feel your mind become empty, and you understand that the happiness and the freedom that you get, the mind still how lovely and how happy it is. And that's when you know that the true happiness is don't have to come from anywhere else. It don't have to come from food. It don't have to come from TV, television. It don't have to come from game or any source of entertainment. But it could come from stilling your mind and be content with what you have. So the definition of relax that I believe is when your mind become empty. It's when your mind feel content about what you have right now. Like if you are if you are on on the on the outside, on the outdoor, and you get get hit get hit by the sunlight, and you feel really hot. When you go to some tree, like go to under the tree and get some shadow, and you feel okay, this is maybe the first step of relax. But if you go into the room which have a roof, you feel more relaxed, right? You feel more okay. So that is like it's more okay and it's more relaxed. And if you open the air conditioner and yeah, you get some shower, you feel more relaxed. You could say that the relaxation have a lot of level too. And as the time passes, if you feel content with the relax that you have, the relax will go bigger and bigger. The reason why I choose this picture is because I would like to show you the difference between relaxation and fun. It sounds like the same. It sounds like the same, but there is some difference in it. When you have fun, when you are excited with something, it have a bit of relaxation in it. But the difference is when you have fun about something, it will lead you to some other thought, or it will lead you to something else that you want to do it more and more and more. But when you feel relaxed, it's like you feel content with what you have right now. For the focus, the meaning of it is like how we place your feeling, like a soft feeling that you have on yourself or on the place that you feel okay with it, right? So you could focus on anything that you want. You could focus on your hand. You could focus on your body. You could focus on the whole world. It could be anything. It could be anything. Uh, let's let ask some questions. So, what do you see when I show you this picture, Jenny? What do you see? Could you speak?
All right. I see beauty and tranquility. Yeah, a peace.
Okay. When I show this picture to the room, some people will say, see the mountain, see the sun, see the tree, yeah, or something like that. But that is when that seeing become look like carefully look. So when you focus your mind on something and pay attention too much, you will know things like individual, right? But when you meditate, I would like you to look at it with use your eye to see the wide view and don't focus on something too much. Like just acknowledge that it's there. And that is I think it's a good step that you could practice your focus. It's like look at things with a calm mind. Look at things with without have to like differentiate it or separate it from one thing to another. When you look at this view, you just look at the view, right? And that is the same when you start meditate. You look at the view or you look at something that makes you feel calm. Then you just let your mind be more calm, and calmer until your mind becomes still. Okay, so yeah, that is the concept of meditation. Okay, Do you have any question that you would like to ask?
So it's just I suppose not thinking too much about what you see, but just what's presented to you. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's it's just like we are okay what we have. Like if you close your eye, you see the darkness. You feel content with the darkness without thinking about a lot of things. If you have thought come past to your mind, just look past it and let it go.
Mm.
And you don't have to chase it. You don't have to try to tell it, don't come, don't come, don't come. You just look at it
Okay.
like the thing that present to you, and you let it go. So the next session we will talk more about the step of meditation, like how should you practice it, how should you practice it that day by day, and what is the first thing that you should do when you meditate. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for for coming to join this session today, even
Yeah.
though you coming alone.
Yeah.
So this is some tips that I think it could help you for your meditation. First is you starting with the easiest point, which means if you're happy when you relax your body, like before you meditate, I'll lead you into meditation uh, in a few minutes. So just feel free to stay with the step that you feel happy with it. So if you feel like it's not okay to visualize something, then you don't have to do it.
Okay.
Just come back to the at your friend, not enemy. So you have to block it. So your mind don't feel frustrated when the thought come up. The third is you don't have to expect anything or rush anything when you meditate. Okay, just think at this as to go to some vacation where you could be with yourself. And the last thing is, yeah, think like you go to some vacation. That is what I already said, right? So just don't be serious about meditation. Don't be serious about it at all. Because the more you want it, the more they run away. The more you don't need it, the more you just let it go, the more you receive the happiness from meditation. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the end for today. I hope you get some knowledge or some helpful tips that you could use to meditate. Thank you for
Thank
coming today.